Hello dear students, I hope all of you doing well. In this lesson, we talk about immunity and types of immunity. So as you know, the pathogens that causing diseases and our body have response to it. So we talked about last presentation in the immune system. We talked the barriers of the infections or barriers against the pathogens. So in this lesson, we talk about the active immunity and passive immunity. We have very active and very strong immune system. We have barriers against infections. We have the first barrier, the second and the third barrier. So today we talk about the active and passive immunity. So these immunity are resistances or give us strength against the harmful bacteria and viral or another types of pathogens. First, active immunity. This immunity, it means our body exposed to the pathogen in a or our body exposed actual disease to the actual diseases. For example, we have two types of the active immunity. We have natural or induced. So when we get disease or when our body exposed to antigen, so the antigens means the surface of the pathogens, for example of bacterial cells. So bacterial cells have the surface proteins they called antigens. So when they enter our body, it may from the first time they can cause disease for us, so they infect our body. But our body, some types of our immune cells, lymphocytes, they called memory B cells, they save informations about these infectious agents and then they produce antibodies. So the antibodies can resist or fight against this disease if the same disease came to the body again and again. So active immunity, we take this immunity naturally from exposing the actual disease. So when we get disease and after that we get better and our health be well, so our immune system make the antibody against the specific bacteria or virus. Another active immunity is vaccination or vaccine. So the vaccines, they are produced, they are weakened or destroyed partially of the pathogenic body. So we get the bacterial cell or the virus particles in a weakened strain. So our body can undergo active immunity or produce antibody. So this is more easy. The vaccination process is more easy than the active immunity, the natural antibodies, because here in vaccinations minimal symptoms occur. So we don't get the fully developed infections. The periods of the active immunity depend on the types of the pathogens. So maybe for example, the flu, we have to change the vaccination because the strain or the antigens of these viral particles, they are just changed. So we have to change the vaccinations. Or another types of vaccinations maybe last for a lifetime. The second one is passive immunity. Also, this immunity, we can acquire this immunity by natural or artificial ones. The natural acquired passive immunity, for example, the mother will pass antibodies to the baby during the pregnancy. So this passive immunity, they occur naturally, and this one lasts for just minimal or the short period of time. The mother naturally transport or pass the produced antibodies. So the bodies of the baby do not produce these antibodies, but the mother's body produces the antibody and then pass to the baby. So the baby gets this immunity. We have also artificial passive immunity by injections of antibodies. So we have antibodies produced in laboratories, and then when we inject these antibodies to the person, they can get immunity against the specific infectious agents. Okay guys, so this is all about the lesson. I hope all of you get understand very well, and you are free to ask any questions. Thank you for watching and listening.